Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Purushottama Yogam, Shloka number 16. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Dvamimau Purushau Loke Ksharaschakshara Evacha Ksharas Sarvani Bhutani Kutastokshara Uchyate. The most important chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and in that the most important shloka number 15. In the last class we have discussed that shloka elaboratedly, and we saw the 16th shloka also. Generally, Shastra talks about the tattva. All the descriptions it gives from three different angles. One is Ishvara, second is Jagat, and third is Jiva, or Jiva Jagat Ishvara. But the same topics are talked in different textbooks, Shastra Granthas, with different words. Now, from the standpoint of the Bhagavad Gita, from 7th chapter onwards, if you see, Bhagavan told about the Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti, Kshetra, Kshetragna, and here now in this 14th chapter, 15th chapter, Kshara and Akshara. So like this, always the topics are discussed, but I am telling only two words, Kshetra, Kshetragna, Prakriti and Purusha, Paraprakriti and Aparaprakriti. Then here alone, now Bhagavan bringing out the three words, three entities. In fact, if we talk about the only two entities, it is enough. That is like Kshetram, Kshetragna. That's it. In that Kshetram, Ishvara also, Jiva also, and the Jagat, everything is included. But here especially, the Ishvara word given to the Brahman only, and now in the last 16th shloka, which we have discussed in the last class, in this world there are two entities, two Purushas. One is Kshara Purusha and another is Akshara Purusha. But here, not as like usual description, here the Akshara is talked about the Prakriti, because Prakriti is always there and it will continuously function, but the Kshara, the offshoots of the Prakriti, the different projections of the Prakriti, which are called Kshara, because they are constantly changing. They are constantly changing means Prakriti changing only, but why it is called Prakriti here as the Akshara? Because whether it is manifest or become unmanifest, but it is always there and it will keep on manifest, unmanifest, appear, disappear. So that keep on continue be there as like a kutaha. Kutastha word also I told in the last class here in this context is not the Parabrahma Paramatma, but here it is refers to the Maya. And Maya is called Kuta because it has have lot of a kind of Maya, Vanchana, Jihmata, Kutilata, showing the uh, unimaginable things, projecting the things, showing the magic like, so almost it is like cheating, Kutilata, cunning. This is Shankara's explanation, different synonym words to the Kutastha, Maya. Then, so this is called Akshara. In this way, Bhagavan explained about, introduced these two kinds of Kshara, Sarvani Bhutani Kshara and Kutastaha Akshara. Then, what is the truth in this? In these two, anything is true, anything is independent existence than without other. In fact, these two are depending on somebody, the third entity. Now, the most important shloka again, because of which this chapter has got this title, Purushottama Yogam. Now let us read the 17th shloka. Uttamah Purushastvanyah Paramatmetyudahritah Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vibhartyavyaya Ishvaraha. Now Bhagavan introducing this third entity. Let us generally see the meaning first according to Shankara's Bhashya, few words explanation. Then we will see that in a different other angle, grammatical aspect also. Uttamaha means Utkrushta, Utkrushtatamaha. That means supreme, the best, the greatest. Purushaha tu Anyaha. What I talked to you, Arjuna, in 16th sloka, those two Purushas, apart from them, beyond them, separated from them, Anyaha, Atyanta Vilakshanaha, who is totally untouched and different, and he is the Uttama Purushaha to Anyaha. And that Uttama Purusha is also called Paramatma iti, because it is Paramacha asau Dehadi Avidya Krutatmabhyah Atmacha Sarvabhutanam Pratyak Chetana Ityadaha Paramatma iti Udahrutaha Ukta Vedanteshu. So many places this Vedanta Paribhasha, they explain this same Uttama Purusha is called Paramatma because he is beyond the Deha, Indriya, Mano, Buddhi, all these faculties, and but he is the only supporter, Paramatma, in all the beings in the form of Atma cha Paramat Sarvabhutana Pratyak Chetana. Pratyak Chetana means he is giving the light and he is giving the lending the sentiency to all those Jada Padarthas. Therefore, Paramatma, Parama Atma, who is giving the support, lending the consciousness, his reflection, his Chaitanya to all these small entities, and they are also become acting like Atmas. Therefore, Paramatma, Supreme Atma. Therefore, he is called Uttama Purushaha. Another name is called Paramatma. Now, after that same Paramatma, you know about him? Yo Lokatrayam Avishya, that Paramatma who entered and spreaded himself to in all the three worlds. Lokatrayam, generally Trilokam, Mullokam, three worlds, Trailokyanadhaya, like this we address. But really speaking, Puranas, Bhagavata and etc. talks about 14 worlds, starting from this middle Bhuloka, above are 7, and this Bhuloka to below are 7. That is Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Tapaha, Janaha, Satyam. Then Bhuhu, from that Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala and Patala. 14 words. But generally to speak, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, as in Gayatri Mantra we say, these three words are considered as the three lokas. Therefore, Bhagavan also here mentioning Lokatrayam, how he Avishya, he entered, he spreaded himself, Swakiyaya, Chaitanya Balashaktiya, with his own that Chaitanya Shakti, power, strength, and he himself, without anybody's support, Avishya, he entered Pravishya. Then after that, what he is doing? He is supporting Bibharti. He is holding all of them. He is supporting all of them. He is taking care of all of them. How he is supporting and how he is taking care? For him, there is any burden, stress? No. He is supporting Swarupa Sadbhava Matrena. Very important word. He himself, Swarupa, is existence. In the form of existence, he just there exists as existence, and that's it. Everything is supported and everything is shining. Is Sat, but it is Chit also. Therefore, and he is not having any burden of supporting. There is no such kind of feeling of I am supporting. Nothing is there. Just with his mere presence, Sannidhi Matrena, Swarupa Sadbhava Matrena. Sadbhava means the existence. It is like this. You see this example. Now my eyes are seeing the colors and forms, and just eyes are there. Eyes has got the power of vision, seeing the name, forms and colors. If in front of my eyes, if there are 1,000 objects or 1,000 people, do my eyes will feel any burden? Or eyes will feel that, see, because of I am only able to make them to illumine shining, even that feeling is not there. We are saying we are trying to understand Pravishya, Avishya and Vibharti is supporting. If anything is supporting something, the weight and burden of that supported will be on the supporting. But it is not the case of here Paramatma or the Uttama Purusha, and eyes never feel any burden. Or all the 1,000 objects are removed, only empty space is there. Then eyes will feel a lightness, and eyes are telling anything. Okay, I like you, so you only I will see colors and form, your color and form. All others are go nothing. It won't say anything. It won't invite. It won't reject also. It is like this. Same examples. Mirror. Whichever comes into the front of the mirror, because mirror exists there, it will reflects everything. Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, but retains also nothing. That is the beauty. Like that, Atma cannot reject anything, cannot retain anything, cannot feel attachment or attraction to anything, but simply Sannidhi Matrena. It is everything is seems to be existing, seems to be supported, all that, but there is no any kind of action on the part of the Atma. Same again, if you take the example of the sky, space never feels that I am supporting all of them, and some are not good, some are not listening, some are fighting each other. Whatever may happen here, space never gets disturbed, never get attached, never feel any kind of disturbance. In the same way, here Atma, this Paramatma also, who is he? Therefore, he is not getting any disturbance, effect, change in him. He is called Avyaya Paramatma. He is the Na Asya Vyayaha Vidyate. That means there is no any kind of modification. Actually, Vyaya means decrease, spending, losing. But there is nothing happening. Nothing happening. Nothing cannot happen anything to Paramatma because he is Ishvara. Therefore, we can call the same Paramatma even as Ishvara. See now, Uttama Purusha, Paramatma, Ishvara, all these words are synonym. But in different contexts, by different explanations of the Shruti Mata, tells occasionally changing the names. So we must be very clear about it. That's why I told, which is talked as the Para Apara Prakriti, which is talked as the Kshetra Kshetragna. Now here it is talked as in a different three aspects. Three aspects, two are lower nature, and that one is the higher nature, and that one higher nature is only supporting. Being he is called Ishvara. Why he is called Ishvara? Generally in Vedanta, in introductory classes, we say Maya Sahita Brahma Eva Ishvara. That means when Brahma expressing himself, the consciousness, through the his potential inner power of Maya, then he is called as the Ishvara. Because now expression started, projected. In what way it is projected? It is projected in a macro level, samashti. That's why when it is a samashti macro level, he is called Ishvara. But the same macro Ishvara expressing through the small unit of Vyashti individual is called Jiva. That's it. The only Upadhi Bhedam is there. Because of the Upadhi Bheda, limitation will be there. But essentially, Jiva is Ishvara, Ishvara is Jiva. There is no any difference. Now, such a Ishvara, the Jiva is considering himself as real and considering himself as the Ahankara individual I, then samsara suffering starts for Jiva. That's why for Ishvara there is no samsara, no suffering. Therefore he is called, Shankara writes, he is called Sarvagnaha. He is called Sarvagnaha. Who is Sarvagnaha? Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Sarvagnaha, omniscient, all present. Omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. That means who is Ananta, okay, and all pervading, Sarvavyapi, and Sarvashaktiman, Sarva Swarupaha, Sarvagnaha. And this Sarvagna, now see how many names: Uttama Purusha, Paramatma, Ishvara, and he himself only called as the Narayana. According to Puranas and stories everywhere, the word famously used, even in the Vedas, Suktams and all that, Narayanakhyaha. And he is Ishana Shilaha, he is the controller. He is the controller. Nara word also, Naram, Narayanam, Naranam, Ayanam, Narayanam, Naram. According to picturization of the Purana is who sleeps in the causal waters. Nara means water also. So ultimately he is called Narayana. In this way, but all are one and the same. For this, there is one example told by Swami Ramatirtha. He says in one hotel, 4 different people came from different places, with different language people, but sat on the one table. Then the server came and they ordered for each one telling. One person told that pani lavo. Another person told bring me the water. Another person said manchineelu తీసురా. And another person told కొంచెం జలం కొండువా. And that waiter went and brought 4 tumblers of water or 4 bottles of water and kept in front of everybody. Okay, but when that language doesn't know by each of these 4 persons, they thought before something he ordered. But once after the water bottles came, because the waiter knows all the languages, the meaning is one and the same. They all want the water to drink. In the same way, how many names you may give and how many varieties you may see in this world, everything is nothing but the expression of the Paramatma. Everything, from Brahmaji to Amibaji, without exception. Then after that, Bhagavan, here still more we have to discuss 2 more angles. This shloka, why it is called Uttama Purushaha? This, according to a grammatical explanation, if you see, in English, I is called first person, you is called second person, and he or that, she is called third person. But in Sanskrit, it is reverse. What? I, the first person, is called here Uttama Purusha, and you, the second person, is called Madhyama Purusha, and he, she, it, third person is called here Pradhama Purusha. Pradhama Purusha. Therefore, according to grammar, it is like that. Now, what is the beauty in this saying? I am the Uttama Purusha. See, where from it has come? It is from the scriptures only, from the God's mouth. Because if I am not there, Uttama Purusha, if I am there, then only you and he. If I am not there, first person, where is the question of talking and discussing about the second person and third person? See? Therefore, and if I and you are not there, with whom I will talk about the third person. If any third person also is here in front of me, he becomes second person. If third person, if he comes to in front of me, he becomes a second person. Now, another important, very beautiful thing, when I call some of you as you, Mr. You, okay? When I call you and show what you feel in your mind, what you understood, every person understands that me, you're calling me, I. So, in fact, actually, the you word is meaningless and not at all existing. In Vyavahara transactions, it is existing. Knowledge-wise, if you think, because with whomever I am calling and saying as you, for those people, it is understood as the I. I. Okay. Now, bring the third person. Third person, call him also who is not here. They called. That person came after some time. Then I am telling again to him also, you, where are you 10 minutes before? Then for that person also, 10 minutes before, who is like a third person somewhere, now he came in front and become second person. And when I ask you, for him also the understanding is I. Now tell me, where is the you and he and she and it? Where is the second, third person? Everybody, according to their experience, their expression, they exist. They exist as I. Now, I can't call you if everywhere everybody feels that I exist, that I is the supreme, important. Ut, ut means above. Tamaha. In the above also, superlative degree. Uttamah Purushaha. Uttamah Purushaha. Now, relating this particular point, in Saddarshanam, Sloka number 16, Bhagavan Ramana's teaching, a very beautiful sloka is there. I would like to remind that here. Tad yushmado rasmadi sampratishta tasmin vinashte asmadi moolabodhat tad yushmadasman mativarjitaika स्थितिर ज्वलन्ति सहजात्मनस्थ स्यात्. Very deep, and that thought only here, Uttama Purushaha. What the shloka tells, if you and I, these are all really exist. When you refer also, I am referring about I. is this I which I refer in the transactional world, is it real I? Bhagavan asking the question, if this two, tasmin vinashte, what that asmari, moola bodhat, when this I is not there, this egoistic I is not there, this egoistic I is cancelled, as like in the sleep, because of the uh, knowledge. I discard it, I negate it. So Yushmad Asmadabi Sampradishta Tad, and but if when this I is not there, naturally you and he all that disappear, that and everything disappears. From the knowledge of their origin, if the Moola Bodhat, then it is not there. Then Tad Yushmadasman Mativarjitaika. And when this one I is dropped, you and other third person is automatically dropped. Now, after that eradicating of the negating of this egoistic I, then Bhagavan says, there it expresses as the Sahajatmana Syat Eka. That one I, that's why I told, for every second person, third person, all of them are, when they express and their experience is I exist, so I is important. Now, but that I, what he feels, the I which I feel, that I which she feels expressed are one and the same. That is only told. Stitir jvalanti sahajatmanah syat. And in that, the one natural state of oneself. That's why when I feel separate, individual, with this name, body, form, then it is not the real I. That is, this I is always having a problem, misery, disturbance. And when it starts interacting and seeing the other one also as a separate and second person, third person, the problems still increase, become big. So in this way, so therefore, that one I is the center of the everything. Everything. All the differences, all the names and forms, which we call generally as samsara, get destroyed, dissolves because of this real understanding of the real I, the nature of the real I. That's why Bhagavan Shankaracharya, when he starts writing the Bhashyam to the Brahma Sutras, in the beginning Adhyasa Bhashyam, he starts with this point only. Asmad Yushmad Prityayoho Vishaya Vishayinoho Tamasah Prakashayoho Viruddha Swabhavat. See. So these two things are really not there. Therefore, I will tell you one more example. Here, the one consciousness is only supporting everything in this whole world. In fact, now the words Bhagavan, what he used as the Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Kshara Purusha, and Uttama Purusha. Now, how those words will apply here? Now, here I means Uttama Purusha. Now, naturally, it is not for the sake of grammar. Naturally, really, I am the Uttama Purusha. Now, all the titles are coming to me. I am the Paramatma. I am the Ishvara. I am the Sarvajnaha. Sarvajnaha not from this standpoint of the limited body, but in somebody's body also, whichever is intellect, whatever greatness, whatever achievement, all are mine only. My Vibhuti. My Vibhuti. Therefore, here Uttama Purusha is I, me, and second person Madhyama Purusha is Akshara Purusha, the Prakriti, and the third person Pradhama Purusha or third person is this Namarupa Jagat. Now, according to this description, what I read from Saddarshan and all this, if you now see from the standpoint of the Uttama Purusha, and if my attention and focus is on my essential nature, and where is the Prakriti? That Prakriti also I only, and the Vikrutis of that Prakriti which appears as the entire Namarupa Jagata, that is also I only. Except I, there is nothing. Except I, there is nothing. But instead of introducing like this in the beginning, and because the seeker, student is not matured that much, Sarvam Narayanamaya, Sarvam Krishnamaya, Sarvam Shivamaya Jagat. We say like that. But when that next stage is Sarvam Brahmamayam, that time also generally still the seeker feels that, oh, Brahma is there everywhere. That means what? Who are you? Who are you? No. I am individual, egoistic, the small, little pokey I. That also when it is dropped by understanding and reading the shlokas and this whole Gita in a detailed way, then you discard there is nothing apart from me. That I alone is the Brahman. I alone is the Paramatma. I alone is the Ishvara. I alone. But when to say this, you need the guts, you need the Gnana Nishtha. It is not for the sake of saying to somebody or prove anything. In this, there is nothing to say, nothing to prove, nothing to gain, and nothing to lose. You just get it. You be in that state. Then everything falls in a right place. But instead of doing this, we give the importance only to the Namarupa Prapancha, and before that the Prakriti, something, karma, law of karma, and Srishti, and then Panchabhutas, combinations, Mahatattvam, and from that Mula Prakriti, then Panchamahabhutas, 11 Gnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Ekadash Indriyani, all this. What is this? It is just a imaginary story of the multiplicity. Multi-level complex. So more multiplicity, more you get into caught up into the complexity. But which is not real at all. Which is not real at all. But with clear conviction and evidence in the truth, my essential nature is this. And from any angle, from any aspect, deshadaha, kaladaha, vastutaha, I think I am beyond all this. In me, in front of me, because of me, Entire this drama is happening, going on. That's it. That's it. Now, let us enter into the before this 18th shloka starting, Shankara writes a small paragraph of Avatarika. यथा व्याख्यातस्य ईश्वरस्य पुरुषोत्तमः इत्येतद् नाम प्रसिद्धम्. All these names, whatever is told, explained so far, is the name of the Ishvara is called Purushottam. It is Prasiddham. That means in the Loka, in Shastras, in Puranas, everywhere, that tasya nama nirvachana prasidhya arthavatvam namno darshayan. Now, how it is become popular and famous, why it is become popular and famous in the world and as well as in the Puranas and Shastras, to show that Bhagavan, that aham Ishwarah iti atmanam darshayati Bhagavan. Finally now, aham word is bringing Bhagavan here. As we saw in the 15th shloka, Vedaisha sarvairahameva vedyah Vedanta krudveda videva chaham. And if that I is not understood properly, take it in a real higher sense, then there will be a problem. All these words are looking nice. It is said here, it is said there. What? Uttama Purusha, then Paramatma, Ishvara, all that Sarvagna. But who is that? I already told in my description now, but Bhagavan, special in the 18th shloka, he wants to say that Niratiseha aham, that aham is Ishvaraha. Not because Krishna came in avatara form and with all the Purna with everything, the Ishwaratvam. But it is only Atma Tattvam, Atmanam. But in your body also, whichever is expressing with some limitation, that is also same Paramatma only. Don't see the Upadhi Bhedams. Never give the importance to the Upadhis at all. So, you intellectually cross and drop all these barriers and come to recognize your own essential nature as the Paramatma. That's it. If you start comparing, how can I be like a Krishna? Krishna used word aham, but when he used that aham word, is in what sense? In what sense? But such a Krishna came, took the body, avatara and all that, born to some parents and lived for 120 years. But according to our history of Krishna's life, if you see, he disappeared, gone. But then what is real? What is real? So the Krishna form which appeared and gone is not real. But Krishna Tattvam is real. Krishna Tattvam is Atma Tattvam. So that Atma is Aham. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham word, Ham, Hananam, which is destined to destroy and get destroyed, is called Hanti, Hananam. That's can be killed and can be destroyed, can be burned. But Aham, means negative particle. You cannot destroy it, which you cannot destroy, which cannot never become absent, which can never lose any of its power or strength, avyayam, that I, aham. But at lower sense, ahankara vimudhatma, there also aham is used, but Bhagavan also keep on telling aham, aham, asmad, mama, mattah parataram nanyat. What is this singular, first person singular? Why keep on using? He's so egoistic. How come Bhagavan be egoistic? But the grammatical language words, if you see, you will get all these kind of things. But now that aham is, you refer to the Uttama Purusha, Paramatma. Therefore, aham Ishwarah iti Atmanam darshayati. To show that this aham me is Atma. Now, as Krishna born and because he knows this knowledge, he is able to say that and disappeared because he said this Gnanam, Bhagavad Gita, Uddhava Gita, all that. But he is not there here permanently. Who cannot be here permanently? Such a beautiful body, attractive body, Karshanat Krishna, Akarshanat Krishna. Why can't he stay permanently here? If he stays permanently here, these world and these Rakshasas like human beings now, they won't grow this much because he is always there, powerful, and he can. They will start feeling afraid of that Krishna. If he comes to know, he will come and kill, like he killed the Shishupala, Hamsa, and everybody. Why he didn't stay here? Any form, any name which comes and appears in this world has to disappear, whether it is Rama or Rama Krishna or Krishna Rama, anything, you, me, this name and form. But what never comes, never goes, it never come. Therefore it never go. What? Aham Brahmasmi Ekam. That you claim simply, that's it. Therefore, instead of going to the stories of somebody and this God or that God, you come to the core of your heart. That only teaching from this last 5 slokas. Therefore, 18th sloka. Therefore, you know why the Uttama Purusha is called as Paramatma is called Uttama Purusha, Ishvara, that is Aham only. That Aham is common, same to everybody. So everybody can recognize and realize that. Yes. यस्मात् क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रतितः पुरुषोत्तमः. You know why I am very popular in the world, in the Shastras, in so many literatures everywhere. They call me as a Purushottama. Purushottama word is there. In Vishnu Sahasranama is there, here and there is there. In songs, bhajans, Puranas, Purushottama. In this, because of this, I become so famous. Pratidaha, Prasiddhaha. Yasmat Sharam Atitaha Aham. Sharam means what we said. Now, if you take from this adhyaya starting, Urtva Moola Shakam Samsara Maya Vruksham Ashwathakyam, which is compared and told in this chapter beginning, that samsara vriksha bija bhutad, and beyond, even to that, beyond bhutad apicha uttamaha, aksharadapi uttamaha. Akshara. Then not only that, Utkrishtatamaha, Urdhvatamaha. Therefore, that's why there Urdhva Moolam, when we said that Moolam is Urdhva means not only above, it is really above. Not up. It is top. Really it is the supreme super. अतः क्षराख्याभ्याम् उत्तमत्वाद् अस्मि. I am beyond, above this kshara. That means the Namarupa Prapancha world. So, ksharam atitoham and akshāradapi. Two words are there. Akshāradapi. Akshāradapi. The Maya Prakriti. Beyond that also. I am Uttamaha. Cha Uttamaha. Ataha. Therefore, Asmin Loke, in this world, known Vedecha, Pratitaha. Very popularly, they talk about me, this Atma, Paramatma, as Uttama Purushaha. Now, see how beautiful where we saw from the grammatical standpoint and practical in life, the expression standpoint. And if I is not there, there is no any value or the question of you, this, that, and world, nothing. Therefore, this if I am there, the world is there. If I am there and I say only God is there, otherwise who will say? Who will talk out about? Even to say God is not there, I should be there. Now finally I will tell you one small again story. In our stories and Puranas, we will see many times the calendar of the Devi Kali, and under her feet the Shiva lying down. And she is keeping her leg on the chest of the Shiva and trying to crush him with the Sula. You saw, no? Every one of us saw such kind of picture. Then there is a doubt came in the bhaktas of the Shiva and the Kali. Now first Shiva Bhakta, this is wrong. How come the Kali mother stand on the Shiva? Shiva is the supreme Lord. It is not correct. It's wrong description. Then what have to give answer to such a person is asked? Yes, what you are told is correct only. Okay? And Kali person comes and tells, very good, you are supporting us. Because mother, goddess is the supreme mother. And like that, yes, what you said also is correct. Then they both will fight. Sir, you are telling both correct. How, in what way? Then I have to convince both of them. See, my dear goddess devotee, yes, you are telling goddess is supreme by this description and the picture you see. But you know the thing, unless otherwise the support of the Shiva is there, she cannot stand. She cannot stand. Shakti cannot exist without the Shiva. Now, I have to answer to the Shiva Bhakta also. My dear, see, if the Shiva is great only, if Shiva's glory has to express means he has to take the help of the Prakriti Mother Kali. Therefore, he is taking support of the mother to express his glory. And that mother Prakriti depends and take the support on him. If he is not supporting, she cannot express. Prakriti alone cannot express, and Bhagavan alone cannot express. And otherwise, that's why this Shiva Shakti and Purusha Prakriti both are existing together, but without any confusion in our mind, instead of getting lost only in the Prakriti. Generally, we are all lost in the Prakriti. Prakriti, this world, Namarupa, Prapancha, first, second person, third person, and drop this egoistic I, the first person, first, then all the problems. Because of this egoistic I personality only, I don't like you, I don't love you, I want you to act according to me. This commanding, demanding all will happens comes because I. This way, this ahankara, small limited I, should not raise its head. For that purpose only this description is not meant for the God, not meant for the world, not meant for the second person or third person, but it is meant for me, exclusively to me. So if I understand this, the purpose of teaching of the shlokas will be fulfilled. So in this way, iti evam mam bhakta janaha viduhu. In this world, they will all remember me, recognize me, knows me, Uttama Purushaha, Kavayaha, everybody in their kavyas and in the literature, everywhere they mention it, say, idam nama nibandhanti purushottamaha, iti anena abhidanena abhigruhanti. In this way, that word Purushottama should be taken or indicated, prescribed. Now, apply that Purushottama word to you. Then you will come out of all the limitations. So limitations are created by ourselves, nobody else, nothing. Prakriti, this world is disturbing me, all that, because you are taken yourself as a weakling and therefore you are weeping. What Prakriti, what when I declare myself, when I roar myself, Ahamasmi, Aham Evahamasmi, Aham Brahmahamasmi. I cannot be other than the anything else Brahman. I cannot afford to be other than Brahman. But in ignorant state, what is our understanding or the feeling? I am very limited and confined, suffering, egoistic, miserable guy, person in this body, in this name, male or female, or father or son or wife or husband, you are unnecessarily given the importance to them and strengthened them. Nothing else. Nothing else. So let us remember strongly with this teaching. We'll conclude now here. Nobody is not responsible for my any kind of suffering, any kind of misunderstanding, or any kind of misery. I am alone the sole responsible person. So take this responsibility. Once if you take the responsibility solely on yourself, then you will really start working on a right direction. Instead of that, searching somewhere, in something, in some time, all those are all the time waste, energy waste. Everything is waste. So let us not waste and lost the value of this human birth. That's why we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Why I am taking slow, very detailedly, one or two shlokas, because with this 15th chapter, everything is completed, the teaching of the Veda, Vedanta, Shastra, everything. After that, 16, 17, 18 chapters are just like a bonus and brushing up tidbits and summarizing only. Therefore, let us understand, assimilate, and live in that knowledge. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्